Imagine this, dear sleepless explorer. You're lying in bed, cozy and still, the world outside quiet as a whisper. Then, in a fleeting moment, you leap up to answer a call, grab a glass of water, or chase a midnight thought, and suddenly, the room spins, your vision blurs, your legs wobble, and you feel like you're teetering on the edge of a cosmic cliff. What just happened? Why did your body betray you in that split second? Welcome, a curious mind, to the Sleepless Scientist, where tonight we embark on a thrilling quest to unravel the mystery of orthostatic hypotension in humans. A silent, sneaky phenomenon that can leave you dizzy, dazed, and desperate for answers. Settle in, whether you're curled up under a blanket, sprawled on a couch, or pacing your room at this late hour. I'd love to know where you're tuning in from tonight, and what time it is in your corner of this spinning planet. Drop it in the comments if you're feeling chatty. It's always a delight to see how far this restless little ship sails. And if you enjoy these midnight adventures, a gentle tap on the like button or a quick subscribe helps keep our journey alive. Like fueling a rocket with a spark of encouragement. Soft, subtle, and oh so appreciated. Now, don't worry. We're not here to overwhelm you with jargon or keep you up all night with worry. Our mission is to explore, to wonder, and to uncover the quiet secrets of the human body. Orthostatic hypotension, that sudden drop in blood pressure when you stand, is more common than you might think. It's not a monster lurking in the shadows, but a curious puzzle, a gentle nudge from your body saying something's not quite in sync. So, take a deep breath, let it out slowly, and let's dive into this mystery together. Drifting through the science like stargazers in a vast, wondrous sky, our story begins with a simple act. Standing up. Something you've done thousands of times. Maybe even today. Without a second thought, you roll out of bed, spring from a chair, or rise from a squat. But sometimes, in that fleeting moment, your blood pressure plummets, and the world tilts like a ship caught in a sudden storm. Orthostatic hypotension, in its simplest form, is this a drop in blood pressure when you change position? Usually from lying or sitting to standing, it's defined by a fall of at least 20 millimeters of mercury in systolic pressure, that's the top number, or 10 millimeters in diastolic, the bottom one, within minutes of standing. But why? Why does your body, this marvelous machine, sometimes falter in such a basic task? To understand, let's picture your body as a grand, bustling city. Your heart is the tireless pump, a central station, pushing blood, the life-giving river, through miles of vessels. Your highways and byways. This blood carries oxygen, nutrients, and energy to every corner. Every cell, from your brain to your toes. When you're lying down, gravity plays nice, letting blood flow evenly, like a calm stream across a flat plain. But when you stand, gravity turns mischievous, pulling blood downward to your legs and feet, away from your brain, that command center craving a steady supply. Normally, your body's a master at balancing this shift, a tightrope walker adjusting with grace. But in orthostatic hypotension, that balance stumbles, and the consequences ripple through you: dizziness, light-headedness, even a blackout. So, what causes this sudden drop? The culprits are many, and they're as varied as the stars in the night sky. Let's start with the basics. The everyday mechanics. When you stand, gravity pulls about a quarter to a third of your blood, roughly 500 to 1 milliliters, toward your lower body. Your heart, that faithful engine, should pump harder, and your blood vessels, those clever pipes, should tighten to push blood back up, keeping pressure steady. This dance is orchestrated by your autonomic nervous system, a silent conductor working behind the scenes. It tells your heart to beat faster, your vessels to constrict, and even triggers tiny sensors called baroreceptors in your arteries to detect pressure changes. But sometimes, this conductor misses a beat and the system falters. Why? Let's explore the suspects, one by one, in this grand mystery. First, meet a common player dehydration. You've been busy. Maybe skipping water during a long day, sweating through a workout, or battling a fever. Your blood volume, the amount of fluid in those rivers, dips low. When you stand, there's not enough to go around. Like a city facing a drought. Blood pools in your legs. Your brain goes thirsty, and pressure drops. It's a simple fix. Often, just a sip of water, a pause to rehydrate. But neglect it, and the dizziness lingers. A quiet plea from your body to slow down, to refill the tank. Have you felt this before? A woozy moment after a hot day? Tell me in the comments. If you'd like, as we journey deeper. Next, consider medications. Those well-meaning helpers that sometimes trip us up. Many drugs, prescribed for high blood pressure, heart conditions, or even depression, can nudge blood pressure lower. Think of diuretics, water pills that flush excess fluid, or beta blockers, calming your heart's rhythm. They're like gardeners trimming a hedge, keeping things in check. But sometimes they trim too much. Blood pressure drops, especially when you stand, and the world sways. Other culprits include drugs for Parkinson's or erectile dysfunction, each tweaking the system in subtle ways. It's not sabotage, just a side effect. A reminder to talk to your doctor if the dizziness dances too often. Now, let's peer into the engine room. Heart problems. If your heart, that mighty pump, isn't strong enough, say from heart failure, a past heart attack, or an irregular beat, it struggles to push blood upward against gravity. Imagine a weary worker, too tired to keep the pipes flowing. Blood lingers below, pressure falls, and your brain, that greedy command center, cries out for more. It's not dramatic, not always, but a quiet hiccup in the system. A signal, something needs attention. Then, there's the nervous system, our silent conductor. Conditions like Parkinson's disease, multiple system atrophy, or diabetic neuropathy can fray the wires of your autonomic nervous system. These disorders, like mischievous gremlins, disrupt the signals that tell vessels to tighten or the heart to race. Without that coordination, blood pools, pressure dips, and you're left grasping for balance. It's rare, but profound. A deeper layer of this mystery we're unraveling tonight. Age, too, plays a role. A gentle thief of resilience. As we grow older, our blood vessels stiffen, less nimble at squeezing back against gravity. Baroreceptors, those pressure sensors, grow sluggish, like old watchmen dozing on duty. Blood pressure regulation slows, and orthostatic hypotension creeps in, especially in those over 65. It's not a curse, just a shift. A reminder to rise slowly, to give your body time to adjust. Have you noticed this in yourself or a loved one? A moment of unsteadiness after standing, the clues are there. If we listen, let's not forget blood volume. Beyond just dehydration. Severe bleeding from an injury or internal issue, or conditions like anemia, where red blood cells dwindle, can shrink that vital river. Less blood means less pressure, especially when gravity tugs it downward. It's a stark reminder of how delicate our balance is, how every drop counts in this intricate city of ours. And then, there's the curious case of postprandial hypotension. A twist in our tale. After a big meal, blood rushes to your gut to digest, like workers flocking to a feast. If your system can't compensate it, pressure drops, and standing amplifies the fall. It's sneaky, often striking the elderly or those with other conditions. A quiet thief in the night. Ever felt woozy after a hearty dinner? That's your body whispering its limits. But wait, there's more to this puzzle. Prolonged bed rest, say after surgery or illness, can weaken your body's reflexes. You've been still, like a spaceship docked too long. And when you stand, the systems sputter. Gravity wins. A blood pools. And dizziness strikes. Even healthy folks. Astronauts returning from space. I face this. Their bodies unaccustomed to Earth's pull after weightless days. It's a testament to how adaptable, yet fragile, we are. Explorers in a dynamic world. Now, picture this. You're young, fit, and still, it happens. Why, sometimes? It's a glitch. A momentary lag in the system. In rare cases, a condition called neurally mediated hypotension steps in, where the nervous system overreacts, slowing the heart and dilating vessels when it shouldn't. It's like a conductor misreading the score, dropping the tempo at the wrong moment. It often ties to standing too long, not just standing up, but the dizziness echoes the same tune. So, what ties these causes together? It's a dance of balance. A delicate waltz between gravity, blood, and your body's clever responses. Orthostatic hypotension isn't a villain, not a cosmic black hole swallowing your stability. It's a signal, a gentle tap on the shoulder, urging you to listen. Dehydration, medications, heart issues, nerve damage, age, blood loss, even a heavy meal. They all tweak this balance, tilting the scales until the world spins. Let's zoom out. Sleepless Scientist. And explore the science deeper. Your blood pressure, that vital force, is a duet of volume and resistance. Volume is the blood in your vessels. Resistance is how tight those vessels clamp. When you stand, gravity pulls blood down, pooling up to a liter in your legs. Normally, your autonomic nervous system snaps to action. A maestro waving its baton. Baroreceptors in your neck and chest sense the drop, signaling the heart to pump faster. Maybe 10 to 20 beats more per minute. Blood vessels in your legs and abdomen constrict, pushing blood back up. Hormones like adrenaline and norepinephrine join in, fine-tuning the flow. It's a symphony, precise and swift, keeping your brain bathed in oxygen. But in orthostatic hypotension, this symphony stumbles. Maybe the blood volume's too low, like a river run dry. Maybe the vessels don't tighten, slack like loose ropes. Or perhaps the heart, weary or confused, can't keep up. The brain, that greedy ruler, I get less blood. And oxygen dips. You feel it lightheadedness, a fuzzy vision, a wobble in your step. In severe cases, you might faint, your body's emergency brake, enforcing you to lie flat so blood can flow again. It's not chaos, but a quiet protest, a plea for balance. Let's linger here, on the edge of this mystery. Who's at risk? The elderly. Yes, as systems slow with time, those with chronic conditions, diabetes, Parkinson's, or heart disease, face higher odds. Medications, too, tip the scales, as do moments of weakness, dehydration, or blood loss. But it's not just them. Healthy people, young and spry. You can feel it after long stillness or a sudden leap. Studies say 5 to 20% of adults experience it, more with age, and countless cases go unreported. A silent ripple in daily life. Now, picture the science in action. Researchers peer into this, using tilt tables, devices that shift you from lying to standing, measuring blood pressure, heart rate, and more. They found clues. A drop in pressure within 2 to 3 minutes of standing defines it. But some feel it instantly. Others later. Blood tests check for anemia, dehydration, or hormone shifts. Heart scans probe for weakness. Nerve tests hunt for glitches. It's a detective game, piecing together why your body sways when it should stand tall. But here's the twist. Dear explorer, orthostatic hypotension isn't always a foe. It's a messenger, whispering hints about your health. Dehydration, drink more. Medications off. Consult your doctor. Heart or nerve issues. Dig deeper. It's not a sentence, but a conversation. A chance to tune your body's engine. And the fixes, often simple. Rise slowly, like a sunrise. Not a rocket. Sip water. Keep the rivers full. Wear compression stockings. A gentle hug for your legs, pushing blood up. Eat small meals. Avoid that post-dinner slump. Move. Stretch. Keep the system primed. Let's drift deeper. Into the why, behind the why. Gravity. That relentless force is a key player. It's the same pull that holds stars in the sky. Yet here, it toys with your blood. Your body counters with a network. The autonomic nervous system. A web of signals honed over millennia, but evolution isn't perfect. We're built for motion, for hunting and gathering, not for long sits or sudden leaps. Modern life, chair, beds, screens, tests this ancient design. And sometimes it wobbles. It's not failure, but a glimpse of our limits. A reminder we're creatures of flesh, not steel. Now, imagine the extremes. Astronauts, weightless for weeks, return to Earth and face this gravity, absent in space. Slams back, pooling blood, dropping pressure. They train, adapt, recover, a testament to resilience. Or think of the bedridden, Still, for days, their reflexes rusty when they stand. The system lags. A sleepy giant waking slowly. Science sees this, studies it, learns from it, piecing together how our bodies dance with the world. Let's pause. Take a breath. Feel your heart. That steady beat. Your vessels. That quiet network. Orthostatic hypotension isn't rare. Not cosmic. But human. A quirk of our design. It's not a roar, but a whisper. A nudge to notice dehydration. Drugs. Heart woes. Nerviglitches. Age. Blood loss. Meals. Stillness. They all play a part. A cast of characters in this quiet drama. And the stage, your body, a marvel. A city of systems, balancing against gravity's pull. Let's wander further. Sleepless scientists. And analyze this puzzle in greater depth. What makes orthostatic hypotension so fascinating? So elusive. It's a window into the body's intricate balance. A tale of systems intertwined. Start with physiology. The mechanics of this drop. Blood pressure hinges on cardiac output. How much blood your heart pumps. And vascular resistance. How tightly your vessels grip. Standing shifts about 15 to 30% of your blood downward. A swift 500 to 1 milliliters. In mere seconds, your autonomic nervous system, that unsung hero, leaps into action. A reflex arc, firing fast. Baroreceptors, nestled in your carotid arteries and aorta, sense the dip. A pressure drop signaling danger. They ping the brainstem, that ancient control hub, which rallies the heart to beat quicker, the vessels to clamp down, and hormones to surge, steadying the flow. It's a marvel. A split-second ballet, honed by evolution to keep you upright. Alert. Alive. But why the stumble? Consider the players in this delicate game. Dehydration. A keyed thief shrinks blood volume, leaving less to pump. Studies show even mild dehydration, a loss of 1 to 2% of body water, can tilt the scales, dropping pressure when you stand. Medications. 2. Meddle with the mix. Diuretics, flushing fluid. Alpha blockers loosening vessels. Beta blockers slowing the heart. Research flags these as culprits in 10 to 30% of cases, especially in the elderly, where polypharmacy, taking multiple drugs, amplifies the risk. Heart conditions, from failure to arrhythmias, weaken the pump. Studies linking them to orthostatic drops in 5 to 10% of patients. Neurologic disorders, like Parkinson's or diabetic neuropathy, fray the autonomic wires, disrupting signals. A factor in rare but severe cases, PER medical journals. Dive deeper, to the cellular level. Blood vessels rely on smooth muscle, tiny fibers contracting to resist gravity's pull. In aging, these muscles stiffen. Collagen builds. Elasticity fades. A shift. Science ties to a 20 to 30% higher rate of orthostatic hypotension past age 65. Baroreceptors. 2. Dull. With time, their sensitivity waning. A delay in response that leaves pressure lagging. Hormones play their part. Adrenaline and vasopressin surging to constrict vessels. Boast. Volume. But stress. illness or endocrine quirks like adrenal insufficiency can mute this. A rare but potent trigger. Blood itself matters. It's red cells carrying oxygen. It's plasma holding volume. Anemia. Slashing red cell count. Or bleeding. Draining the river. Tips the balance. Studies noting this in 5 to 15% of cases. Now, ponder the context. The why of our world. Modern life tests this system. Long sits at desk. Hours on screens. Less motion than our ancestors knew. Evolution shaped us for roaming, not resting, and sudden shifts, lying to standing. Challenge this design. Postprandial hypotension. That post-meal drop ties to this. Blood diverting to the gut. Up to 25% of flow. Per research. Leaving less for the brain when you rise. Prolonged stillness. Bed rest or spaceflight. Dulls reflexes. A phenomenon NASA tracks in astronauts where pressure drops 10 to 20 millimeters more after weeks aloft. It's a clash. Ancient biology versus new habits. A quiet tension in our frame. Risk factors weave this web wider. Age looms large. Prevalence, jumping from 5% in the young to 20% past 65. Per epidemiology data, chronic illness, diabetes, hypertension, or neurologic woes spikes the odds, doubling or tripling risk in some cohorts. Lifestyle whispers too. Low fluid intake, skipped meals, or heat exposure dehydrating the body. A subtle push toward the drop. Genetics might murmur, some families showing proneness, though science still hunts the genes. And gender, women, with smaller blood volumes, may wobble more, a slight edge in studies. Though men catch up with age, symptoms paint the picture. A gallery of clues. Dizziness leads. A whirl in the skull. Tied to cerebral hypoperfusion. The brain starved of blood. Oxygen dipping 10 to 20% in seconds. Per scans. Lightheadedness follows. A floating haze. Vision blurs. Edges smudge. A sign of flow faltering. Weakness sways the limbs. Legs like jelly. Nose, stairs. Queasy ripple. And fainting. Syncope, in science. Speak. Hits the few. A collapse to reset the system. Diming faries. Some feel it instantly. Others in minutes. Arrange research maps with tilt tests. A tool since the 1980s. Tilting patients 60 degrees to mimic the shift. Measuring the fall. Consequences ripple outward. A quiet storm. A brief wobble may pass. But chronic cases risk falls. Fractures. A blow to independence. Especially in the old, where 30% of falls tie to this bare geriatrics data. Long-term. Poor blood flow strains the heart. Links to cardiovascular woes. A 1. A 5 times higher risk. Studies say. Brain health waivers. 2. Chronic dips hinting at dementia. A subtilité science probe. Oxygenstavation nugging neural decline. It's not panic. But a call. A whisper to heed. To act. Solutions bloom. A garden of hope. Hydration. 2 to 3 liters daily. Fills the river. Salt. 6 to 10 grams. Holds it, if your heart allows. Rise slow. 10 to 20 seconds. Eases the shift. Compression here. Stockings or bands. Boosts return. Cutting pooling by 20%. Per trials. Small meals. 300 to 500 calories. Dodge the guts grab. Exercise. Leg lifts. Walks. Primes the pump. Doctors tweak drugs. Cut doses. Or test. Blood work. EKGs. Tilt tables. Tracing the cause. It's a dance. A tune-up. A partnership with your frame. Reflect on this. Sleepless ones. Orthostatic hypotension. This subtle drop mirrors our nature. Resilient, yet tender. A balance of force and frailty. Science peels it back. From gravity's tug to nerve's hum. A tale of systems singing, sometimes stumbling. It's not a foe, but a friend. A signal. A story. Urging us to listen, to marvel, to mend. Let's explore the edges, the what-ifs. What if this drop ties to more scientists' wonder, probing links to chronic fatigue, to fainting spells, to syndromes we barely grasp. Some folks feel it daily, a kit burden, others once. A fleeting glitch, research hums, studies bloom, seeking patterns, cures, clues. One day, we might predict it, prevent it, a tool in our kit, a light in the dark. For now, we watch, we learn, we marvel at the body's quiet ways. And the symptoms, let's paint them clear. Dizziness. The star of this show, a whirl in your head. Lightheadedness, like floating, untethered, blurred vision. The world smudged. Affoglans, weakness. Legs soft as jelly, begging a pause. Nausea, wave. Subtle but real, and fainting. Rare but stark. The body's reset, lying you flat to save you. They pass, often, in seconds. But linger if ignore. A whisper turning to a shout. Let's drift to prevention. A practical map. Hydrate. Steady and sure. Water your constant friend. Eat smart. Small meals. No heavy feasts to steal blood. Move. Rise slow. A gentle climb. Not a leap. Sleep with your head raised. A slight tilt. Easing the shift. Exercise. Light and steady. Leg lifts. Walks. Building strength. And check. Always. With a doctor. A guide to tune your city. To steady your rivers. Now, a deeper dive. The science unspools. Blood pressure. That duo of force. Systolic, the push. Diastolic, the rest. Shifts with posture. Standing drops it. Gravity's tug. But baroreceptors. Tiny sentinels. Cry out. Adjust. The heart races. Vessels squeeze. A reflex honed by time. But dehydration starves the flow. Drugs dull the grip. Heart woes slow the pump. Nerves. Falta en signal. Age blunts the edge. Blood dwindles. Meals divert. Stillness rusts. It's a web, woven tight. Each thread a cause, a clue. Let's wander to history. A curious trail. Orthostatic hypotension. Named in the 20th century, but felt forever. Soldiers stood long, fainting in ranks. A puzzle of old. Doctors saw it, named it, tied it to pressure, to gravity. Studies grew, till tables espun, revealing the drop. The why, today, we know more. Yet mysteries linger, a restless quest for the sleepless scientist in us all. Imagine the future, a hopeful glow, devices buzz, tracking your pulse, your pressure, a guardian on your wrist, therapies bloom, bills precise, habits honed, will map the nerves, the heart, the blood, unraveling every thread. Orthostatic hypotension, once a shadow, becomes a friend, a signal we read, a balance we keep. Science marches, curious, tireless, lighting the way. So, sleepless explorer, where are we now? We've traced the drop, the sudden sway, from dehydration's dry grip to the heart's weary beat. Medications, nerves, age, blood, meals, stillness, they play their parts. A quiet cast in your body's drama. It's not fear, not chaos, but a whisper, a nudge, a call to care. Your body, this city, hums, shifts, balances. A marvel in motion. Let's linger. Feel the wonder. You're alive, pulsing. A universe within. Gravity pulls. Your heart pushes. A danse éternelle. Orthostatic hypotension. This gentle glitch isn't a foe, but a teacher, a guide. Listen, adjust, rise slow, and marvel at the magic of you. The world spins, the night deepens, and you, sleepless scientist, hold the key, the curiosity, the quest. Now, tell me, where are you tonight? A quiet room, a bustling city, a starlit hill. What time ticks in your world? Midnight, dawn, or beyond. Drop it below. If you'd like, and share this journey, if this adventure sparked your mind, lit your wonder. A like or subscribe keeps us rolling, a gentle boost to our restless ship. And if you're still awake, eyes wide, I hope this tale intrigued, not troubled. If you're drifting, thoughts soft, that's perfect. 2. Orthostatic hypotension, the mystery of the drop, is no monster, but a riddle solved with care, with wonder. So, dear traveler, rest easy, dream deep, and ponder the marvels within. Until next time, stay curious, stay sleepless, and chase the secrets of the night. And as the night wraps around you, think of this. Your body, a city of rivers and roads, hums on, balancing gravity, time, and life. A sudden drop, a wobble, a spin. It's just a note in your song, a whisper of your story. Sleep or wonder, dear scientist, and let the quest live on. Good night, or good chase from the Sleepless Scientist.